Hello fishes, in today's video I'm going to be doing a tutorial for animating. Also, since this is a tutorial for animating, I would like to announce that we have got 1,000 views on an animation, aka the very first episode of the animated series. Let's get those views for the other animations. Anyways, let's continue. So you press create project, then you start drawing the first frame. So I'm just gonna draw, I don't know, let's say red. We can just draw like red. We can draw red going into his locked in form. And then beating up green. Yeah, we can do that. Even though they're a team. Red, green. We draw red, then we draw green. You know, I don't really like that torso, honestly. Oh my gosh. Too small. Alright. Let me just get to a more comfortable position, alright. Alright. Draw green, yep, that's green. Then, what I said. First I'm going to draw the one attacking, so then need to draw red going in his locked in mode. Let me think. Sorry guys, my mom just asked me if I want an apple. Even though I don't... Yeah, you guys didn't even know the conversation because I cut that part. Anyway, let's just draw red already. This is red doing his transformation. Actually, no, I want to draw the hand going like this. Then oh my god, whoa. Then we change colors to green. Well, I don't really know if this tutorial is it's just me showing you guys how I make my animations. Then he snaps. Then red snaps his hand back to the ground. Let me draw the head properly. No, I don't want it looking like a potato. There we go. He's in his locked in form. So we need brown. Now that we don't have brown here, so we can just go into an orange and make it dark to get brown. The animating is a lot harder than it looks, okay? And then because he snapped his hand with a very huge force, there's gonna be a lot of dust. Red and he's locked in is very powerful. Like, locked in red could probably beat like 50 firebenders, 12 earthbenders, 15 waterbenders, 30 airbenders, and the Avatar all at once by himself. That is how powerful locked in red is, okay? Then we draw red attacking. No, I don't like that. Alright. He's loading up the punch. Alrighty. Jane. Then we draw Green's body. Actually, no. I should draw the hand like this. No, I got a better idea for the hand, for the arms. Well, let me get an actually good circle for the head. And the reason I'm not just using this is because I want my animations to feel more human. And they genuinely just hate dragging like that. So yeah, I prefer just drawing normally. Red still just has his arm out. Ciao. And then I've...
Дека стели што-то за на Наталија?
Мамо!
Тоа си го скри дадо ти ќе дојде.
Hold up, let me just cut this part of the video. I need to hide my admin calendar. Alright, I'm back. It was probably like 0.5 seconds for you. Because, you know, I cut the video. Just so you guys don't scroll off. There's some dust on my phone. Let me scratch it out and undo that. And the impact of Red's punch actually caused a ton of dust. Yeah, no, never mind. Actually caused a ton of dust. No. We need to, no, I'm not going to draw the dust. I'm just going to draw the shockwave it released. Using what colour should I use for the shockwave? Now you know what. For the shockwave, I should really change the entire background to like, I don't know, let's say, I'm just gonna change the background to like this darkish red. Actually, no, I want it to be like a pretty light color. Is this good? Let me see it. Let me see this. Oh, heck, pseudo. Yeah, that's perfect. Then I'm going to brush. Where's white? Oh, I can just do this. Get white. And do the shock waves. Alright, now let's just grab red. I mean the color red, not the character red. And then we draw the character red. Alright. I need to watch an ad for more frames. I'm just gonna cut the ad. Alright. Now another frame. We do exactly the same thing. There's some dust on my phone, and we're just not gonna do that. This time, Gwen is gonna be bleeding heavily. Boy's gonna die from blood loss. That's how heavily he's gonna be bleeding. That is how heavily Boy's gonna be bleeding after that impact. There's obviously gonna be a lot of dust coming off the wall. You know I like to draw dust in my animations. even in my first ever animation, just a boy saying welcome to the series. Even that had dust on it. That's how much I like to draw me dust. Now we could just like green bones. Green's bones. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was pretty much enough. I hate it when there's little gaps that I have to accurately put my pen in. How the heck did I do that? Green's bones. Yeah, we're just gonna draw fractured skull. First, let's actually draw the bones. That's his ribs, if you can't tell. That's legs, arms. Wait 1 sec. I need to draw my ribs better. This is his torso. The spine down the middle. His ribs, legs, and arms. I'm just going to draw them in the ribs. So his skull is going to be literally cracked in half. His rib. Oof. His spine absolutely destroyed. This is not a very detailed picture, is it? Destroyed ribcage. Snapped leg. Nah, I feel bad for Green. Plus a concussion. Yeah, Green. Yeah, I feel bad for Green. I feel bad for this guy. I feel bad for Green, honestly. Bro's blood is literally losing. Bro's losing blood at rapid speed. This guy's cooked. Like, what can I say? Bro is cooked. Okay, I do not want an egghead. No, let me just do it like that. Yeah, that's good. Now we play the animation. I think it's a little bit too fast. So I'm gonna... Okay, so you see this gear icon up on the right corner of the screen. Top right corner. Yeah, so there's that. And then we're going to project settings. We can... Right now it's on 8 frames per second, that's fast. Let's try 5 frames per second. Let me think, maybe 4 frames? Maybe 4 frames would be better. That's so much better, Let me just do locked in red. Let me just do red rage. Let me just project settings. So let me rename this actually. Let me just. Whilst I'm typing with my S Pen, that's why the keyboard says smart. Mum, Babu. Alright, so. Rockton. Oh my gosh, let me type. Rockton red versus green. Save changes. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Yeah, let me see something. Oh, damn. Oh, that's it for today's videos.